Hello, we're in the basement again, but less impromptu today. I just dropped my chapstick on the floor, so that's a bummer. But other than that, it's going okay. I just finished filming something for a project I'm hoping to have up later this week. Last night, as I was once more struggling to fall asleep, I had a grand idea. This is when most of my ideas come, that I was going to basically do a story time on my channel and once a week read a chapter from some book, and the same book obviously, and work through a story together kind of thing, because that was always one of my favorite things when babysitting, was reading aloud to kids. And so I actually really enjoy reading kids books, and I don't like do all the voices in the way that some people do all the voices, but I still like kind of do voices and stuff, and it's just fun. I like it. My childhood best friend's mom was like the best person to read books out loud to, because she would fully commit to doing all the voices and creating these voices for each of the characters, and was like really good at it. So she's always kind of the inspiration in the back of my mind when I'm reading children's books, but I would never say that I'm as good as her. It's just fun to do. I started The Magician's Nephew, and I'd forgotten how hard it is to actually read out loud. I was definitely that kid in school who, when we had to each read like a paragraph aloud or whatever during class, I would count how many kids were ahead of me and like figure out what chapter or what paragraph portion I was going to be reading and read it over really quick to make sure that I knew all the words and wasn't going to trip over any of them or anything like that. So I've always been a little about reading out loud, but I'm also fairly comfortable with public speaking. So my main issue I've been discovering, which you may be able to tell right now, is that I don't breathe enough. And so I end up realizing there's no air left in my lungs. And then I have to take a moment to pause and be like, and just kind of catch up on my oxygen. And I think mostly that's because I talk really fast. And so I'm working really hard at reading a little more slowly and not rushing through it, just enjoying the story. But I still find myself not breathing properly. So while I do this, it's also me practicing like how to breathe, I guess. So we'll see how it goes. But I also had to decide what to do when I stumbled over words, because for something like this, like the ideal would obviously be doing it in one take and having it just go smoothly. But I did a lot of takes and I stumbled in all of them. So I was like, fine, I'm just gonna like go back to the beginning of the paragraph and keep going. So we'll see how that works when I edit it. I may next chapter want to just keep doing it until I can get a whole chapter straight, but I feel like that would be really hard. So this is gonna potentially be more challenging than I thought it was, but it is fun because I haven't read these books in a while and I love Narnia. So I plan on reading through all the Narnia books. And I checked, and they are in the public domain, in Canada at least, and so I'm not breaking the law by reading them and posting them on here. I don't think so, because I'm Canadian and I'm filming them in Canada and I'm posting from Canada. I don't know, a lot of online stuff seems to revolve around whatever the United States rules are. But it's not like I monetize my videos anyway, so I'm not making any money off it. It should be fun. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe it'll get taken off. I don't know. I put a lot of work into it though, so if it gets taken off, I'll be kind of disappointed. The only goals I've achieved today so far are reading this and doing some exercise. So I'm hoping to go for a walk this evening because it is beautiful today. And I now apparently have 2 videos to edit, but this one first. And the other one, I don't know what day I'm gonna upload those on yet, but we'll figure it out. I can't think of a catchy name. I'm gonna go now and catch my breath because I feel like I haven't been breathing properly for like the last half hour. Any tips on how to like manage your breathing while reading or speaking out loud? Because this is genuinely something that I do struggle with, and I would appreciate some tips. So, thanks. I think it's that whenever I take a breath, I feel like I'm taking too long a pause and it's wrecking the flow of things. And I need to just get over that and just breathe to stay alive. I hope you're having a good day. Happy Earth Day and my half birthday. I always remember at least one of them every year, and then I'm like, oh yeah, the other one's today too. So happy Earth Day / half birthday. I once bought myself a cake for my half birthday. Anyway, bye. Do you think you can skip the dishes a cake? Probably, but that's unnecessary.